this full face look. This is a very, very dramatic holiday look. Something you could wear for New Year's Eve, maybe a night out with the girls when you want to be a little extra. For me, this is like every day. Who cares? I want to wear purple lipstick, whatever. I'm going to sit down with my family and do this, but you know, they're used to it. So this is a little bit more dramatic than normal. So if you wanted to switch it up and put a nude lip with this on, it looks stunning together, and you could have just a more dramatic eye, softer lip, and it's a little bit more wearable. Do your thing. Anywho, if you'd like to see how I achieved this, just keep watching. I am going to start off this look by first getting rid of some pores and applying my lip primer. This is from MAC. It's the Prep and Prime Lip. It is everything to me. On my pores, I'm going to first go in with a little bit of MAC's Prep and Prime Refined Zone. This is going to help. To me, it kind of helps grab on to the primer I'm going to put on top, but it also helps with oil production, so it's not going to start breaking through your makeup. This is an everyday thing for me. I am about to run out of this bad boy. On top of that, I normally use the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer and the Smoothing, but today I'm going to use this guy. It's the Dr. Brant Pores No More. I got a sample of this, so I'm curious to see how it works. Cross your fingers, because I'm one of those that have pretty large pores, and I feel like if my pores are enlarged, my whole makeup look is done. Like, it just doesn't look cute. So hopefully this works out. Comes out in this like tannish color. It doesn't feel as thick as my Makeup Forever or my Dior one. I don't know about this. We'll see. First impression, I don't like it as much. It doesn't feel as smooth as the smoothing primer, and it kind of feels like it has a little bit of a slip to it, and I don't know how that's going to do in my makeup, but we'll see. I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm going to use the Kogan Dough Aqua Foundation, and my shade is number 113. I'm going to use a beauty blender to pounce this on to my skin, and I always, always, always go down my neck, just so that it's nice and seamless. Even if it's the perfect shade, it's still a texture difference if you do just your face. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I found that I like this concealer best when it comes to the more dewier foundations, a little thinner foundation. I like this one. When I'm going in with something a little drier and a little heavier, I've been loving the Bobbi Brown and the Serum Concealer, and then the, what's the other one? Bare Minerals Serum Concealer. So those have been my main concealers that I have been using. Now I'm going to blend this out with my Beauty Blender. Using my Beauty Blender still, I'm going to grab a little bit of Hourglass Diffused Light, and I'm going to set all this. A cheaper version of this would be the MAC Emphasized Pro Shaping Powder. You can get it online. Now I'm using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, and the color I'm in this is Light Plus, and I am pressing this into my skin using the Sephora Pro Powder Brush. What is this thing called? All Over Powder Brush. Pressing it into your skin is going to make it look a lot smoother, and it's also going to ensure that you're not buffing away. Like if you straight up go like this, you're buffing away your foundation. For bronzer, I'm sorry, I gotta use this guy. This is the Studio Sculpt Defining Bronzing Powder. It was limited edition, but the Makeup Forever ones are so similar. That's what I would use if you want to do something like this. But it's just the formula that I love. So I am going to be picking up a Makeup Forever one so I can test them out and, you know, maybe not use something that's limited edition on camera, you know. The formula of this is just bomb. It would mean everything to me, MAC, if you would make this permanent. I'm just saying. For my brows, I'm going to use the Brow Wiz as always. I use the shade Ebony. I'm going to fast forward through this, but if you guys want to see a tutorial on how I do my brows, just let me know, because I feel like it gets really redundant. Last thing for the face before I move on to the eyes is I'm going to grab a little bit of my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder on my Wayne Goss number 2 brush. I'm going to pop this right on my pores to help ensure that I don't get too oily there, because that's exactly where it happens. And the rest is on the brush right in the T-zone. And a quick update on this guy. I don't like it. My pores do not look as smooth as what they do with the Makeup Forever or my Dior, so nope. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to start off by priming them, and I'm using the MAC 24-Hour Eye Base and the Marc Jacobs Conceal Brush to buff this on. You seriously need the tiniest amount to do both eyes. I'm starting off using the Viseart Cool Mattes and this white shade right here on a MAC 242, and I'm going to place this right at the brow arch and buff down. Now going in with the MAC 286, I'm going to grab this shade right here and I'm going to use it as my transition shade. So right above the crease in circular motions, and I'm going to add a few layers of this shade. The next shade I'm going to grab on the same brush is going to be this one right beside it, and go directly into the crease with it. I'm going to slowly start working this color just slightly above the crease, but not too far. There's going to be a whole lot of layering to this look, sorry ahead of time. Now I'm going to go in with the shade to the opposite side of it and go a little bit more concentrated into the crease. Just slightly, because we're going to be going over that with another color as well. Just make sure you're going back and forth and then small circular motions. Now I'm going to switch over to the dark mattes, and I'm going to grab this shade right here. Be careful with these, super pigmented. I'm going to start on this outer corner here. Bring it slightly up into the crease, but not going all the way. Now I'm going to go in with MAC's Platinum Pigment. You cannot get this in the store unless you have a pro store around, but you can definitely grab it online at maccosmetics.com. Get some on my brush and then spray it twice with Fix Plus. And then just in case of any fallout, we're going to protect ourselves from that. And then I'm going to start off in this inner corner. You see how like this freaking pigment is everything. Starting off in the inner corner and then start bringing it out. I want the least amount of product right here, and then I'm going to go over the edge. Go back in with that 286. Just go right here. And then I'm going to go right on this inner corner again with the Platinum Pigment. I personally am going to be skipping top liner for this look, but if you want to do it, go ahead. I am going to put black liner in my inner and upper waterline. I'm going to put this right on the inner waterline and right up top. This will make your lashes look a little thicker. I hate doing it though. I really hate it. My contacts in particular, I hate that. So if you have contacts, please be careful. Now I'm going to use a MAC pencil brush number 219 and e.l.f.'s Black Cream Liner. And I'm going to put a little bit on the tip, and I'm going right at the lash line. Be careful not to drag it down too far, because we are going to buff it out so that it drags down, but we don't want a straight black thick line underneath your eye. And you also want to make sure that you get into every space in between the lashes, because if you don't, it's going to be so obvious because it'll be black, and then skin color, it'll look crazy. So try to make sure you get in between every single lash. I'm going to clean off the excess off that brush just with a paper towel, and then go in and buff the edges downward so that it softens it up. Also, do not be afraid of dragging this down so far, because if you do this step and you don't drag it down and make it smoky, your eyes will actually look much smaller. We want them to look bigger. And then when we add the lashes on, it'll look even larger. Now add mascara to your top and bottom lashes. I almost said pot. I'm using the MAC Upward Lash. Make sure you do top and bottom. I find that putting on mascara before lashes, it makes it easier on me, but some people prefer not to, so to each their own. Alright, so I've got my lashes on. I use the Revlon Featherlight Technology D63s on my lashes. I love these, and I'm going to go in with blush, and I'm going to use MAC's Cubic Blush. And of course, I'm using my Tom Ford brush to do this because it feels so nice. To contour, I'm going to use MAC's Taupe Blush, and I'm going to do this in more of a circled motion like this instead of going back and forth. And then, as always, go back in and blend everything out. This is a Real Techniques brush. It came in that little set that I had. It works really, really well. My other ones are just dirty, as always. I really need to clean some brushes. For my highlight, I'm going to use Kat Von D's Thunderstruck eyeshadow, and I'm using the Wayne Goss No. 3 brush. I'm just going to place this right at the tops of my cheekbones. It's so flippin' pretty. Down the top bridge of my nose and then the tip. A little on the cupid's bow or a whole lot, whatever you decide. Then I'm also going to take a little bit of this and put it right at the arches of the brow. Alright, for the lips, I want to do something a little bit more dramatic, so I'm going to use MAC's Smoked Purple. This is a matte lipstick. It is very dark. If this is not for you, throw in a nude, you'll be good. Pop my earring back on, got my nose ring, and we are done with this tutorial. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye, guys.